Good morning and welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm Lisa, I hope you're well. I am starting off this video with some donating. We get like charity bags put through the door from various different charities and they're brilliant because you can fill them up with stuff, leave them outside your front garden and they get collected. Today's the collection day. I haven't got my bag out yet. I have been collecting. I have two chat groups actually, but the chat group I'm talking about, they're both over on Facebook. It's the Lollipop Box Club, which is the creative group, and Life with Lisa is the other one, and it's all to do with like home stuff, home life, Disney, cooking, all that kind of thing. And Helen came up with the idea during Lent of a 40-day like declutter. Each day you give something up, which I thought was an amazing idea. I've got a box going and I've been putting bits and pieces in there, and I was going to keep it to the end, but to be honest, it's sat behind my sofa because I don't have loads of storage, and seeing that bag come through the door, I thought that was the perfect opportunity to actually put it to a good cause straight away. The bag this time is for a children's charity, so I'm going to see what I can fit in there. I might need to put out an extra bag. So this is it. I've got some clothing. I've got loads of kitchen stuff here, like I've got a colander, and I went through my utensil drawer. I've got a plate, measuring cups, and then I've got some serviettes. I've got some dog biscuits and stuff that we haven't used, and something else for the kitchen, and I think there's some other bits and pieces in there as well, so I'm going to see what I can get in the bag. There we go, I've managed to actually fit the whole box in there, which is great. So I've just gone round, cleaned all my surfaces and gone upstairs and done all the light switches, door handles, banister, all that kind of thing. My favourite one for work surfaces at the moment, Aid picked up this the other day, we love Method Anti-Bac. This one is orange yuzu, and it says it kills 99.9% of all bacteria, so I'm doing my work surfaces every morning in that. I was going to wait and do tonight's dinner tonight because it's quite a quick one, but I love, do you know, but then I'm going to make a curry. The whole house smells of curry. Oh, I'm going to get it done. I hate that feeling of I've got to make dinner at the end of the day when I'm still trying to work, whereas when I've actually done dinner at breakfast time, it's the best feeling all day because I know it's done. So I'm going to quickly put together now a quick biryani. Aid's walking the poppy, and I'm then going to put my mop around. My steam mop when he gets in. I do use a couple of drops of Soflora. You're not supposed to add anything to the steam mops, it says, but I've always added a couple of drops of the Linen Fresh, just so you've got an extra bacterial thing going over, but also it smells really, really nice. I've just put some white rice in the pan. Right, in my curry pot, I have got half a chopped small white onion, 2 good sized garlics, clove chopped, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of coconut oil to brown it all off, soften it. Now I tend to go through my fridge and see what needs using up. I've got a very soft tomato, so that can go in, and I'm going to use some red pepper. But you don't have to use anything fresh if you don't want it. For me though, it's just a great way to use up bits and pieces. This could actually be a really good store cupboard meal. You don't even need the onions and the garlic, to be really honest with you. If you haven't got them, you can skip that stage. The other thing is I'm going to be adding in leftover turkey from Christmas that I defrosted. I made a pie with it in my last video, which I'll link up for you, but I've got loads of the brown meat left over, so I'm going to be putting that in here. But you could obviously use any type of meat, any veg, put chickpeas in, anything like that, whatever you've got to hand. Next, I'm going to be adding a couple of really good dessert spoons of this curry paste, tikka curry paste, to the onions and garlic. I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to add the tomato chopped, some of that red pepper, and then the tinned tomatoes. Right, I've added the tin tomatoes, as you can see, and I've put about half of the tin of water, and I'm going to add that in as well. And Aid's on coffee duty. This is like our morning thing really. You make coffee, I make dinner. Right, that's all mixed up, and I'm just waiting for the rice now. Quite a lot of turkey still left over, so I'm going to save that, and we've just decided the rice is ready, that the boys are going to have turkey, cheese, paninis tomorrow night for dinner. The thing I like about using the curry paste is it's basically just a blend of the spices, so it's not like you're buying a whole processed sauce. That's why you only need a couple of spoonfuls, because you've got such a condensed flavour in that small kind of like spoonful. It's really, really good to add to your sauces, and it just means that you don't need to go and get all the spices out, mix them all up. It's a bit like a cheats way, but in a healthy way. I've added 2 big teaspoons of mango chutney to sweeten it. I've seasoned it a little bit, and I've added in the rice. Just make sure that the rice isn't too cooked, as obviously it's going to be in the hot curry now for quite some time, and I don't want it being really stodgy later. That's dinner ready in about 10-15 minutes. I'm just stopping for lunch. I've just driven Louis back to school. He came home, had a driving lesson. He's got a driving test at the end of the week, and he's been told by his driving instructor today that he could be one of the last tests taken for a while. That's if it goes ahead. So fingers crossed. We're trying to be sensible with what we eat at home. The bread has been around for a few days. We don't want it to go off. We're not going to freeze it quite yet. So I really didn't fancy a sandwich. So instead, I toasted my bread here. Let it, oh, hold on, that's Louis. I'm pooped. It's just after 5. It's been a really long work day. Well, it's felt like a really long work day. Aid's just taken Louis into Waitrose. I've been filming a decluttering video in here today. It's so much better. I love it when I have a good sort out. And I'm gonna call it a day soon. I feel really tired. Dinner is made. I am so glad I made that dinner this morning. I really am. I was even thinking, oh, it doesn't take very long to do. I'll just make it when I'm finished. But now I'm really tired. I'm really glad that I didn't. I am going to carry on working this evening. I'm going to be working from the sofa. I've spent a lot of time working on the kits today, the upcoming kits, contacting suppliers, people that I really, really love and care about, people that I've known in the industry for a long time. I would rather push my money towards people like that right now, rather than obviously people that I don't know, to get my stock in for my kits. So I've been really focusing on that today. I am very, very excited about the next 2 months worth of kits. Very excited, and I really want to focus on classes and projects, that kind of thing. So I think it's going to be an exciting couple of months. I think we all need things to look forward to, so that's what I'm really trying to work on right now. I think I'm going to heat up some dinner. Let's go and heat that biryani. And this, by the way, you didn't see the before photo here or the before video, but this is my nice tidy space. It was really cluttered before. I'll link up the video below so you can go and take a look if you fancy. Actually, the video hasn't gone up. I don't think it's going up till next week. So ignore that. If you want to see the video, please subscribe. It'll be up next week. It feels so good to finish work and just heat this up. I love being organised and cooking in the mornings. It's not the prettiest of meals, but it's so good. If you want to add more flavour, add a bit more curry. If you add a bit more seasoning, a bit more mango. But this is a proper store-cupboard meal. We're doing nail DIYs, doing my own nails. And Aid's brought flapjacks in. Poppy's sniffing. Poppy wants a flapjack.
Yeah. She'll get one.
Can you feed me, please? I can't do it myself. Thank you. Louis is very chuffed with himself. He brought home a loaf of bread from Waitrose. There was no bread on the shelf, and he managed to get one crusty loaf. It was reduced to 22p.
Not old, crusty.
Not old, crusty.
It's a nice crusty.
Can you feed me, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You've got to do in a few years' time.
No, that's horrible. No, Poppy. What's she got on her head?
I don't know, it's her fur, isn't it?
So we're soaking off my gels, and Poppy seems absolutely fascinated as to what's going on. She hasn't moved, has she?
No.
She just keeps staring. It's really funny. Pops, you right? She just doesn't know what's going on. Surely she can't like the smeller.
Let's see your other fingers, please.
This one. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 18th of March, it's my birthday eve, and I am painting. I've been up video editing this morning. Aid's made a coffee, and I'm working on April kit papers. This is where I'm at so far. Lots of spots. I like these colours, and I'm going to be adding some green to the paper in a moment. I want to get my care packages done today as well. I've got some letters to write and lots of happy mail to send. Hopefully those boxes will make somebody or some people very, very happy. I'm just laying out all the pieces from the April kit. just so I can photograph it. I'm going to be including lots of DIY bits and pieces in this kit. So there's going to be like workshops, projects, classes, that kind of thing, all coming up. Got a lovely fancy stamp set there this month. Really happy with that. Alright, I waited for the dots to dry. I've come back a couple of hours later and I've just coloured them all in, and I really like the way that the green is darker in some places and it's kind of like spread out and paler in others. I'm just prepping, it's, I don't know, about 2 o'clock I think. I'm just sticking a curry in my curry pot. I've got just chopped up white onion, some garlic and some ginger, and I'm going to lightly fry that off in a little bit of coconut oil. And to that I'm adding a couple of teaspoons of curry powder, about a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and about a teaspoon of cumin as well. I've just added a tin of coconut milk and a few lentils, red split lentils. And I've just popped in half a tin of chickpeas. I'll keep the other half for another meal. And I've got half a tin of tomatoes here from the fridge, and I'm adding those. And I've now popped that on the slow cooker stand, and I'll leave that for a few hours to cook. I'm trying to be a lot more careful with my ingredients. Before I'd have probably thrown in a whole tin of chickpeas, used a whole tin of tomatoes, whereas now if I feel I can get away with half, I'm doing that. And hopefully then food will go a lot further. Today's post all bagged up, ready to drop off at the post office. Before shooting out the door, I've just given the curry a quick stir. It was a little bit on the thin side, so I've sprinkled in some gravy granules to thicken it up slightly, the chicken gravy granules, although they are vegan despite being chicken flavour. And I've added a little bit of mango chutney. It's not actually spicy, although it says hot mango chutney. I don't think it's spicy, not spiky. It just sweetens it a little bit. It's a brilliant texture, really, really good, and I can add some kale towards the end. Got rid of the post, and we've been hunting for food for Aid's mum and dad and for a friend. Our friends are on lockdown and they wanted bread and tin tomatoes, so we've been hunting for bits and pieces.
Bread, didn't we?
We did manage to get some bread. Couldn't get tin tomatoes there, but we got passata, so hopefully that will be fine, and we're about to go and leave things on their doorstep. I have been working like crazy. We've come in from the post, having a bit of a hot flush. I had my sweatshirt on too long, the radiator on, and I had a cup of tea. I have just been trying to finish all the artwork to get it ordered. So there's talk of lockdown at the moment. I just want everything ordered ready for the kits for the next 2 months. I'm working on, would you like to see a sneak of May? This is so far forward. I'll give you a little sneak. So this is a postcard I'm working on. Does that give you a little idea of what could be coming? Lollipop's 5th birthday in May as well, so that could also give you a clue. I'm finishing work, it's just after 8. I'm going to sit on my sofa. I rarely sit on the sofa in my studio. It's actually really uncomfortable. Let's move a cushion, that's better. I've just ordered all my stuff for April, all the printing stuff. I've done all the artwork, the letter to go inside the kit, loads and loads, all done. I've even done the artwork for May. I've had a really, really busy but productive few days, and I'm so relieved. I've placed the order on express delivery. Should be here by the 24th of March, which is fine. So as long as we have post, I will be getting your April kits out to you on time. So fingers crossed. I hope that all goes well. Anyway, I've made a curry. I'm really hungry. I want to eat something. Aid's ordered wine. We've had an Amazon Prime delivery, and he ordered me wine. That was so kind. I want to snuggle. I don't know what we're watching on TV. We've been watching Race Across the World. We've just finished it. Have you watched it? I think it's the BBC. I'll find out for you. It's so, so good. I want to watch the second series now. I loved it that much. Really, really loved it. What are you watching on TV at the moment, by the way? Leave me a comment, let me know. We watched The Outsider recently, and that was really, really good. Oh, we've started watching Twilight Zone. We haven't watched any more of that. We need to watch that. Anyway, I'm going to go and find the boys. It's quiet out there. I wonder what they're up to. Crazy days when finding a fresh French stick in your mini Sainsbury's is like the best thing since sliced bread. That's funny. Is it really sad to laugh at your own jokes? I do that all the time. This has to be one of the best curries I've ever made. I forgot to put the kale in it and I can't be bothered to do that now. I've got a bit of garlic naan. And Aid has gone for sausages, beans on toast. So tell me, I do this quite regular now. Which team would you be? Team Aid, beans on toast, or Team Lisa? A nice vegan lentil and chickpea curry with a bit of naan. We had some Amazon Prime deliveries today. Did you order from Amazon Prime, babe?
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max.
Cherry and normal.
Cherry Max, Pepsi Max.
Some Monster.
And that sounds lovely.
And a bottle of wine.
And some wine, so all the good stuff. I am just going to make a cup of tea. And we're going to watch something on TV and then go to bed. It's about 9:30 now. It was really nice. We went on a dog walk with Poppy and my dad came along too, all the way from the States. He Skyped, no not Skyped, what do you call it, FaceTimed me, WhatsApp message, video called me just as we got out the front door. And then he came on the dog walk for most of it with us. It's so cool, isn't it, that even though he's in the States and we're over here in the UK, we can still do that. We are very lucky, despite everything that's going on right now. At least we can kind of still feel close to family, especially when they're that far away. So that's a saving grace. But I've got tummy ache. Do you remember last week or a couple of weeks ago when I wasn't feeling great and I was really bloated and my tummy just hurt so much? I don't think I can eat lentils. I'm having really, really bad pains. Not really, really bad, but just really uncomfortable pains. So I wonder if it's lentils that don't agree with me. That curry was really nice though. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. We're gonna find something to watch. Hope you're doing okay. Let me know, leave a message. I always love it when you comment, so please do continue commenting. I need to respond to my messages actually. I've got quite a few. It's been a really busy few days. I'm going to sit down and reply, so please do leave a comment, say hello, let me know what you're up to, what you're doing at home, and I will reply to you. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.